Hello everybody, welcome to the second video of the 20-minute power hour at Bamboo Wellness, and today I'm joined with the lovely Lauren.
Hiya.
Who's itching for a dynamic power class, so I can't wait to get started and to teach her. Ready to rock and roll? Okay. Stand nice and tall at the top of your mat with your feet together, arms down by your side and shoulders relaxed, and close your eyes. So Lauren's already done a few warm-ups already, just some recommendations of cat-cows and warming up your wrists and your shoulders. Standing with your eyes closed, set your intention for class. Pull your belly button in and up and squeeze tightly between your thighs. And switch on the breath, the Ujjayi breath, in through the nose and out through the nose. Try to keep this breath on throughout the practice. Inhale, open your eyes, raise your prayer high above your head and look to your thumbs. And as you exhale, fold forward, chin forward, flat back, place your hands either side of your feet and look towards your belly button. Inhale, look halfway up. Place the palms of your hands down as you step your right leg back. Step your left leg back to plank. Round through the upper back and gently start to rock your body forward and back in the plank position, taking the shoulders over the wrists. And then drop the knees, the chest and chin down to the floor, Ashtangasana. You notice the 8 parts of the body touching the floor, and as you slide forward, come to Cobra, the legs are together, the glutes are engaged, shoulders relaxed and elbows tucked nicely in. Tuck the toes, bend your knees, come into a child's pose and then make your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward and step your right foot forward in between your hands and step the left foot forward. Try and move as smoothly and as quietly as you can. Inhale, raise your prayer high above your head and look towards your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, all the breath out. Hands either side of your feet, look to your belly. Inhale, look halfway up as you step the left leg back. Step the right leg back to plank, rounding through the upper back. And then bend your elbows and lower halfway down, only halfway down, elbows in. Slide forward and upward facing dog, keeping your thighs off the floor, shoulders relaxed. Tuck the toes and come back into downward facing dog. And in your downward facing dog, you'll see that the feet are hip distance apart and the feet are slightly pigeon toes with the thighs contracted and the belly button is pulled in and up. This lovely concave in the belly with the fingers spread nice and wide. Tips of toes, bend your knees, look forward, jump, step or float, forward fold. Inhale, rise, one breath, come up to stand, raise your prayer high, look to your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Palms down, floating back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward in between your hands and drop the left knee down and raise your arms up nice and high and take a lovely back bend. The chest comes forward, the heart's open, the breath is still nice and strong. Exhale, place your hands flat, frame your front foot, tuck your back toe under, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Use the breath here. Inhale, come to up dog. Exhaling, going back to chaturanga, Lauren. And then tucking the toes, coming downward facing dog. So I know that's quite challenging, but try and really focus on using your breath. Step the left foot forward in between your hands and drop the right knee down to the floor. As you inhale, you sweep your arms up high, trace your eyes along the ceiling, the chest comes forward. Exhale, place your hands flat, tuck your back toe under, step back to plank. As you exhale, lower to chaturanga. Inhale, forward and up. As you exhale, chaturanga. Good. Inhale, push yourself up to downward facing dog. Tips of toes, bend your knees, look forward, jump, step or float, forward fold. Deeply bend your knees, come into chair pose, Utkatasana. So the weight's back in the heels. Belly button is pulled in, the arms are straight, and the gaze point is up. Shaking is very normal here, guys, so don't worry. You're going to exhale, place your hands down flat to the floor, and come into crow, knees into the back of the arms. And for some of you that have been practicing for a while, maybe you want to try and take crow to headstand, or you can stay in this crow position. If you can, jump your legs back or step back. Amazing. Chaturanga, inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, come to warrior one, right side. And then open up to warrior two. Think about the right thigh being parallel, so you have to sit quite low. And there's a straight line from wrist to wrist, and the fingers are spread nice and wide. I want to feel energy through the fingertips. And then as smoothly as you can, you're going to transition into half moon. Right hand in front of your right foot. And float the left leg up and back behind you. Maybe hovering the fingertips. Maybe changing the gaze point. Stay nice and strong. Quietly step back to warrior two. Lean forward, revert the palm, reverse your warrior, look along the line of your arm, a lovely side extension. Wimble your arms, place your hands flat. And we're going to try and float the right leg all the way high and keep it high as you come forward to plank. Bend your elbows and lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, rise to warrior one, left side. Squaring the hips and shoulders. Drishti points important, looking up. Open up to warrior two. And then as smoothly as you can, you transition to half moon. Maybe trying to hover the fingertips, floating the back leg. To make it a little bit more challenging, see if you can look up towards the ceiling. Or not. Step back to warrior two, well done. Lean forward, revert the palm, reverse your warrior. Windmill your arms, place your hands flat. Float the left leg high, keep it high. Come forward to plank, bend your elbows, lower chaturanga, inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a lovely breath in through the nose and a big sigh out of your mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose and a big sigh out of your mouth. As you inhale, lift your right leg high. Bring the right knee to the outside of the right elbow. You can stay here or come to your arm balance, Kundalini, lifting the back leg. Jumping back to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high, left knee to the left elbow. Stay here. You're building strength if you're staying here, don't worry. If you have the arm balance, you're bending both elbows, creating a shelf, lifting the back leg. Well done, Lauren. Beautiful jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tips of toes, bend the knees, look forward, jump, step or float, forward fold. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Stand nice and tall, into Tadasana. Hi guys, as you see we've just slightly changed direction as we're coming into the standing series. We're going to take a half moon into dancer's pose. This transition can be a little bit tricky, you have to really work on your balance, so make sure that your breath is nice and strong, your mind is nice and clear. Bring your right knee up to your chest. As you inhale, lift your arms up high above your head, spread the fingers so there's energy through the fingertips. As you exhale, take the right leg back and come into your warrior three, placing your left hand down to half moon and the right arm up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to bend at the knee, catch hold of your foot. And inhale, rise, come up to your dancer's pose. Come back into the palm of your hand and create this beautiful bow and arrow shape. Quietly as you can, step back to warrior two. Big step back. Lean forward, revert the palm, reverse your warrior. Windmill your arms, place your hands flat. You can choose your vinyasa, floating the leg, skipping it all together, going straight to downward facing dog. Tips of toes, bend the knees, look forward, jump or step your feet to the top of the mat. Always trying to land softly. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. And then come and stand nice and tall in Tadasana. Arms down by your side, left knee to chest. Inhale, lift your arms up. Think about the spine being nice and straight, the standing leg is solid. As you exhale, take it to warrior three, squaring the hips, the arms active alongside your body. taking it into your half moon, right fingertips down, left up towards the ceiling, and then bending at the knee and catching hold of your foot. The transition, inhale, rise to dancer's pose, kicking back into the palm of your hand, nice and steady, couple more breaths. Quietly step it back to warrior two. Lean forward, revert the palm, reverse your warrior. Windmill your arms, place your hands flat, choosing your vinyasa. Coming back into downward facing dog when you're ready. Well done. Drop both of the knees down to the floor. Inhale, lift your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling and look along the line of your arm. And thread the right arm through the left side. You can stay here, or maybe you can take your right leg up and back behind you. Very nice. Lovely opening for the shoulder and the chest as you slowly come back to all fours and switch to the other side. Left arm up towards the ceiling. Thread the left arm all the way through the right side. You can stay here or try and lift the back leg. It's very normal to feel a little bit unsteady here, but use the breath, and you can use the palm of your hand to keep you nice and stable. Coming back to all fours. Tucking the toes under back to downward facing dog. Tips of toes, bend your knees, look forward, jump yourself through to seated position. We have this little sequence to finish with. I'm going to join Lauren on the mat. I know this is Lauren's favourite finishing sequence, so we're going to try and do it together. Okay, I've joined Lauren because I know that this is Lauren's, can I say, favourite sequence, this little thing that we're going to do right now. So I'm going to join her on the mat. Extend your left leg and bend your right knee and bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of your left thigh and flex your left toes. As you inhale, lift your arms up nice and high. As you exhale, come forward, keep the chin forward, and if you can, take the outside of your left foot. Widen the collarbone and the elbows are out nice and wide to the side. Take your time here, use your breath and just surrender. As you inhale, slowly come up and take your right hand to the outside of the left foot. As you swing the left arm all the way up and around, so you get a really nice reach, you're going to reach all the way back behind you and see if you can take the inside of your thigh, the ankle bone, or your shin. Lifting up through the chest, try not to collapse. Keeping the breath nice and strong, even though we're on the floor, we have to remember the breath in and out through the nose. And then slowly release, and you're going to cradle your right leg in the crease of your elbow. And we take this little rocking action here, so we have this lovely opening up through the hips. We're coming into compass, so the right arm goes all the way underneath your right knee, taking the right hand out to the side. And then your left hand takes hold of the right foot. You can push through your fingertips, and you extend the leg and look underneath your armpit. Just a few breaths here. Slowly start to readjust, and you're taking the knee as high over your shoulder as possible, placing your hands flat, mid-thigh, fingertips facing forward, and always leaning forward for the balance. As you cross your feet, come into Ashtavakrasana, you're taking your legs all the way out to the side. And then slowly coming back into the center as we switch the sides. So as the right leg extends, the left knee bends. Inhale, lift your arms up. As you exhale, come all the way forward, chin forward. Take the outside of your right foot. Widen the collarbone, bend your elbows. Exhale, come forward. All forward folds are a surrender. Your heart's protected. Use your breath, just breathe. As you inhale, come up, left hand takes the outside of the right foot. Make this really lovely circle action with your right arm, taking all the way back and around, taking the inside of the thigh, the ankle bone of the shin, looking up. It's a lovely twist. And slowly release, this time cradling the left leg in the crease of your elbow. A little rocking action to open up through the hips. Taking the left arm all the way underneath the left knee. This time the right hand takes the left foot. You can push through your fingertips with the palms of your hands and come into your compass. Look underneath your armpit. And then take the knee high over the shoulder, readjusting. You're always leaning forward, placing the hands either side. Keep leaning forward. You're going to cross your feet, take the legs out to the side. Now, if you're feeling super strong, you maybe want to try to unhook the foot, thread it through the gap, and take it into your arm balance. And then slowly coming back. Well done, Lauren. And then come and lie flat on your backs. Taking a lovely deep breath in through the nose and a big sigh out of the mouth. One more time, a deep breath in and exhale it all out. So at this stage in the practice, you can come into any inversion of your choice. You can take your legs up towards the ceiling, keeping your back flat. You can come into a shoulder stand. If you're in your shoulder stand, make sure that your elbows are in and you're taking hold of the ribs. Gaze point the belly button or the toes. Or you can come into a headstand. Or Pincha Mayurasana or a handstand. It's entirely up to you. Bring the toes over your head, bend your knees and cover your eardrums. Placing your hands nice and flat. And trying not to move your head, neck and shoulders slowly, vertebra by vertebra, you start to uncurl. Really take your time here, using your core, using your breath. And then we're going to take it to a back bend. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to come into full wheel. Make sure that the heels of your feet are flat down. You're trying to keep your feet as straight as possible. Push through the palms of your hands, lift your hips, come all the way up. Very nice. Try and make sure that the feet are nice and straight, not turned in, not turned out. And then bring your chin into your chest as you slowly, slowly lower down, nice and safe with the head and the neck. Bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a little squeeze. And then take the soles of the feet and bring your knees into your armpits and just come into happy baby, rocking the spine from side to side. And then taking your knees together, take the knees out to the right side and your arms over your head to the left side. It feels nice sometimes to close your eyes at this stage. And then coming back into the center and taking the twist to the other side. You feel this lovely stretch down the side of the body. And then slowly make your way back into the center. You're going to draw the soles of your feet together and let your knees open out wide onto the mat. Place one hand on your stomach, place one hand on your heart. Close your eyes and just start to watch and witness how your belly rises and how your belly falls. And then in your own time, I want you to come into your complete relaxation. You're coming into your Shavasana. And Shavasana has a form, so let the feet open out wide to the side. Let the palms of your hands face up towards the ceiling, the shoulders are relaxed. Your eyes are closed. Come into the sense of liberation, of separation of your mind, of your body, and of your spirit. Take as much time as you need in your Shavasana. And then in your own time, when you're ready, you can start to make some movement back into the body, maybe moving the toes or fingers, maybe rocking your head from side to side, whatever feels good. And then bring your knees into your chest. Roll over onto the right side. Just stay here for a moment. And when you're ready, with your left hand, push yourself up to a nice, comfortable, seated position. And again, if you've got the props at home, if you need something to sit on so that your knees are lower than your hips, you can place the palms of your hands down onto your knees to keep your energy in. The palms can be up towards the ceiling to receive energy. Think about your spine being nice and straight, your eyes closed. And start to witness and watch your breath. Together we're going to take a lovely deep breath in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then hold your breath. And exhale it all out of the mouth. Take a breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. As you exhale it all out of the mouth. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your hands to your heart center in prayer. And as always, I like to close the practice with 3 Oms and 3 Shantis. Take a breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bowing your head, bringing your thumbs to your third eye. So grateful, Lauren. Thank you for helping create this video. Thank you for everybody who's watching. Sending you lots of love and positive vibes. We're going to open our eyes, we're going to look at each other, thank each other. Thank you guys, namaste.